Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenivek along with Carol Masser. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move. Today we are joined by Bloomberg News equities reporter Alexandra Semenova. What are you watching?
So Carol just mentioned that a lot of the indexes are paring their gains. One of them is the Bloomberg Magnificent 7 index. It was up 1.4% earlier today, now up about 0.5%. And one of the companies in that index today had some big news. Two, actually, technically. Meta Platforms, it agreed to deploy millions of NVIDIA processors over the next few years. This tightens the relationship that the two companies have in the artificial intelligence industry. Meta accounts for about 9% of NVIDIA's revenue, and it is committing to using more AI processors and networking equipment from the supplier. And for the first time, it also plans to rely on NVIDIA's Grace Central Processing Units, or CPUs, at the heart of standalone computers. This rollout will include products based on NVIDIA's current Blackwell generation and the upcoming Vera Rubin design. So pretty big development, and the return of these kind of circular deals and partnerships with these big companies.
Great for NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Which has definitely, it's been up as much as 3% today, but it's definitely, like you said, off those best levels of the session. Berkshire Hathaway, something we've been focusing on
We
too.
always love to see what they're doing with their portfolio, and they made a series of changes recently. They slashed their stake in Amazon by more than 75% in the fourth quarter, but more notably, they did buy a stake in the New York Times. This is the last bet that Warren Buffett made as CEO. Berkshire acquired 5.1 million shares of the New York Times in the final quarter of 2025. At the time, that stake was worth $351.7 million. So this investment is not only a sign of confidence in the company, it's been doing a lot better than a lot of media companies, but also a bit nostalgic for Warren Buffett as well. He has had a lifelong curiosity around newspapers. He used to deliver the Washington Post and has had several stakes in newspapers. So really kind of symbolic that this is his last big bet as CEO.
Carol thinks he's a Wordle fan.
I can see that.
I'm trying to.
Who is it?
Is he trying to?
Especially now that he'll have the extra time.
He will have the extra time. But I'm also curious. Is he trying to protect the entity? It's such a iconic media property.
Yeah, I mean, for now, that stake is doing quite well for the stock. Shares are trading at a record high. They're up 1.3%, and they're up about 8% this year, which is outperforming the market.
Which is wild. All right, where to next?
Yeah, so last bit of news is we have Madison Square Garden Sports. They approved a plan to explore the spin-off of the New York Knicks and the New York Rangers. I hope you guys don't ask me any follow-up questions about sports.
Was it Paul Sweeney this morning on surveillance? He's just why are they doing this?
Because everybody's spinning off everything right now.
But it's all about spin-offs, but for them it's also because they think that the individual loyalty to each of the teams will help kind of boost the potential stock prices of each of the teams. So you have the Rangers fans, I guess, they'll be betting on the publicly traded company that comes out of that, and then separately, I guess, the Knicks loyalists rather.
Remember when it made sense to let's get a bunch of sports teams and entities and create this
right. That used to be the equation was 1 + 1 is 3 back then, and now stronger together and those sorts of things.
I don't know.
But nowadays the value is created when you
we see this. We've seen it in the financial community. You build up.
Look at GE is a great example because that was a company that brought so much under its umbrella.
Investors like it.
Yeah,
they think they're going to unlock some value.
Yeah, another stock right now that is trading at a record high, up 16% today.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.